GC MMA guys, back here again this week for the UFC 298 full card breakdown. We've been getting our ass kicked the last couple weeks on the free stuff and on the overall picks, but we're not here to dwell on the bad times. We're here to turn things around, and we've got something for you guys that we think you're really gonna like. If you were ever gonna tap in, now would be the week.
Now is the time. We have bigger odds than ever before. You know what they say, what goes down must come up, and we're coming up this weekend, boys.
Everybody loves an underdog story.
Everybody loves plus money.
Our backs against the wall. We're down 4 rounds. We're Leon Edwards against Kamaru Usman, and we've got to pull this head kick out.
We've got the headshot parlay right here. But before we get to that, we've got
the entire card.
Yeah, the first fight on our card, we got Val Woodburn versus Oban Elliott. I see a lot of people taking Oban Elliott because our boy Val Woodburn got KO'd by Bo Nickel last time, but you guys, you can't really hold him. He came in on what, like 4 days notice? He had no money to fly his team out, and he showed up and got KO'd, but he's looking to redeem himself. I feel like he was like in a lucky spot. He got the opportunity and he got KO'd, but now he has to redeem himself.
Yeah, I think that now with a proper training camp, he's a pretty thick guy, to be honest, and I think that he's going to have a lot of power. The other guys know top of the division either,
yeah.
So I think, obviously, everybody thinks that Val Woodburn sucks right now, but this will be where we really test him, and I would just rather go with someone like Val Woodburn than the other guy in this fight. So.
And Val Woodburn's, he's coming down weight for this fight. He's coming down from middleweight, so I feel like that speaks to his mentality as well. Like, he's losing the weight, he's cutting down to prove himself. So taking Val Woodburn in this fight. Next up, we've got Marcos de Lima versus Justin Tafa. I'm taking Justin Tafa in this one, boys. I really actually do like Justin Tafa. He reminds me of Tai Tuivasa, and I just think he's gonna KO de Lima. De Lima is probably still not fully recovered from that knee he ate from Derek Lewis.
I like Justin Tafa. I don't really mess with Junior Tafa all that much.
Yeah.
I think
don't get them mixed up.
Yeah, seriously. But I think that Marcos Rogerio de Lima is being a little overvalued in this fight as a favorite. I mean, never have seen him really impress me, and I picked against him with Derek Lewis whenever Derek Lewis was a massive underdog. I just think that Derek Lewis and Justin Tafa are very similar fighters, just like Tai Tuivasa, and I think that Justin Tafa is right in the momentum, and I'm picking him to win here as well.
And if I do recall correctly, the last time we picked against Marcos de Lima, we hit a parlay, a pretty massive fucking parlay.
So it's just a good luck charm.
Yeah.
I don't want to get all into these conspiracies, but we're just throwing it out there. We picked against him and we won big, so just throwing that out there.
Looking for the repeat. But next up on the card, we've got Anthony Hernandez versus Roman Kopylov.
Russian Chase Hooper.
Yeah, the Russian Chase Hooper, and they've got Roman Kopylov as an underdog, and I'm taking that every single time. You cannot count him out.
Yeah, me seeing Roman Kopylov in an underdog is like a wolf foaming at the mouth seeing a herd of sheep.
Yeah.
I've got to pounce on that thing before it changes. Roman Kopylov is one of my locks of the week, and I just cannot see. Anthony Hernandez is good. I don't want to disrespect the guy. There is a world where he could get Roman Kopylov and submit him, but if you can get knocked out by Kevin Holland, you can surely get knocked out by Roman Kopylov. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to go with Roman Kopylov here.
Yeah, and I feel like Roman Kopylov, he's gotten better throughout his career. He kind of sucked in the beginning when he first entered the UFC, but now he's been on a KO streak, and his wrestling, his grappling has gotten better. I feel like Anthony Hernandez won't have enough grappling to hold him down for the whole fight or like submit him. So I'm taking Roman Kopylov by KO in this one. After that, we've got Merab versus Henry Cejudo.
As much as I really do not like Merab, I'm not a fan of that guy whatsoever. I'm actually quite amused by the fact that the UFC is making him take so long to get a title shot. But I'm gonna have to pick him here. I really thought Cejudo was gonna be able to come back as the greatest bantamweight of all time, Triple C, against Aljo, who has been proven to suck. And he just let me down, man, and I really just don't like him at this point in his career. I think that Merab's a better wrestler and grappler than Aljo, and I just think that Henry Cejudo's got his work cut out for him here, and I'm going to have to lean towards Merab with this.
All right, next on the card, we've got Jeff Neal versus Ian Gary. Going Jeff Neal in this one, boys. Ian Gary, he's Ian the Cuck Gary. He's he's been a little emotional lately. Like, I feel like he's lost a good amount of his fan base. Like, I don't really see anybody like in the comments on Instagram, on YouTube, like defending Ian Gary or saying they like him.
Come on, leave him alone.
Yeah,
Anything like that? No.
Yeah, something like that. I feel like nobody really wants Ian Gary to win anymore, but that doesn't have to do with the fact that Jeff Neal is gonna fuck him up in this fight.
Guys, I picked Jeff Neal to beat Ian Gary all those months ago,
Yeah.
whenever they were scheduled to fight at UFC, whatever it was, with O'Malley and Sterling.
Yeah.
I picked him to win then. I picked Vicente Luque to beat Ian Gary, and I'm picking Jeff Neal to beat Ian Gary here. Ever since he got rocked by Song Kanan, I'm not picking that guy, bro. He is not going to be able to withstand the hands of steel from Jeff Neal.
And he should have finished Neil Magny.
Yeah, come on. Ian Gary, in my opinion, like, I thought he was really good. He has a lot of room to grow, but I mean, for crying out loud, if Joe Piper's losing to Jack Hermanson,
Exactly.
Ian Gary is not beating.
Mike Mallet, Joe Piper, Ian Gary's next on the list.
Yeah.
It's looking like, bro, the veterans are actually running.
They're starting to run it back.
They're showing out in 2024. But yeah, I like that Jeff Neal pick a lot. He's an underdog in this fight, so
Yeah.
got to take advantage of the plus money.
Next up, we have Robert Whittaker and Paulo Costa in the co-main event. Guys, I know we said a couple weeks ago, when we like someone, we've got to pick them. I like Paulo Costa. I think he's a funny guy. But I'm going to have to break my own rule here and go with Robert Whittaker, because I just can't see Paulo Costa winning this fight. Robert Whittaker, he has a good chin despite what happened in his last fight. I think Robert Whittaker is sliding to get his lick back in this fight. I think that Robert Whittaker really wants that belt back. Paulo Costa has not been active over the last couple years either. And he lost to Marvin Vettori and barely beat Luke Rockhold.
That was not impressive at all.
I just don't think he's a top contender. I would love nothing more than for Paulo Costa to come out and do what he did to Johnny Hendricks and just start throwing against the cage and take Whittaker out. I would love that, but I just don't see it happening. I'm going to have to go with Whittaker.
Yeah, the Adesanya fight definitely changed Paulo Costa, because I remember before that, like, he had a lot of hype and a lot of people were picking him.
Big chin too.
A lot of people were picking him to beat Adesanya in that fight all those years ago, but I don't think Paulo Costa's the same as that man that had all the hype behind him. That fight against Luke Rockhold was not impressive. Luke Rockhold, despite losing, somehow still managed to embarrass Paulo Costa. So if you can't beat Luke Rockhold convincingly, yeah, he beat him, but convincingly,
Yeah.
then you're not going to beat Robert Whittaker. Like, that's just what it comes down to.
And Paulo Costa really could have gained some stock if he fought Khamzat Chimaev in October, because then that would have showed me just where he's at as a fighter. But it's been over a year now since he fought last, so I can't put money on Paulo Costa.
Yeah. On to the main event, we've got Volkanovski versus Topuria. We're going with Ilia Topuria in this one. Volk he just got knocked out. He literally just got knocked out a few months ago. and that was October.
Mhm.
He got, and that it
That
wasn't
was
like
less than 4 months ago.
yeah, that was a brutal KO.
Volkanovski's just starting to get to that age too, guys. I mean, I will never discredit what Volk has done, but I will discredit what he's going to continue to do, and I just don't see. If he comes back and beats Topuria, he's gonna knock my socks off, and he will be. I would honestly probably put him as the greatest of all time, like across the entire sport, because to come back from a knockout and then beat a guy with that type of knockout power in your division, this is a big spot for Volkanovski where it's make or break. And I think if Volkanovski loses here, I honestly don't know what direction he goes in. So I'm gonna have to go with Topuria as well.
That is something I haven't really thought about. Like, if Volk loses, what is he
Volk,
doing after
is he
this?
gonna go to bantamweight? Bantamweight Volk.
Dude, you look like a skeleton trying to go down to
Are you kidding me?
bantamweight. But I think Topuria, he's got nice hands. He's got the power.
Good chin.
He's got a good chin. We saw him eat that head kick
From Jai Herbert.
Jai Herbert, but then again, that is Jai Herbert. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Volk is a good striker. He's probably gonna be I would say he's probably the better striker in this fight. But Topuria's pressure and the power, I don't think Volk's gonna be able to handle it after his most recent loss. Like, if this fight happened like before the fight with a year ago, or before the fight with Makhachev,
or that fight with Makhachev never happened.
yeah, I would have honestly,
Yeah.
I would have taken Volkanovski, but for this one we're taking Topuria.
And guys, that brings us to your favorite segment, the free parlay of the week. Now, I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, but this is a plus 1100 parlay that we're about to give you for free, and it's 3 legs. Topuria, Roman Kopylov, Jeff Neal. Those 3 are plus 1100. And I know, right? For the couple of you out there who've been following and who have may or may not been taking in free parlays, we get the track record. But this will make up for everything and then some, just like we said in the recap video, guys. This is a very, very good, this is 3 underdogs, I get it. But we're honestly probably better with whenever we're picking underdogs than when we're picking the heavy favorites anyways. These are 3 guys that we believe in, and I would just, we're not even trying to sell you anything.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't, I'd hate to see you miss out. I would seriously hate for you guys to miss out on locking in this free parlay.
We're locking this in.
Yeah.
Like, we lock in every parlay we give. So
Exactly.
like, it's not like we're just telling you guys to do it without us like losing anything. No, we lost too, and that's why we're trying to win big this weekend.
Exactly. So whenever we win, you guys win, and whenever you guys lose, we lose as well. So that, don't think that this is some sort of scheme to try to get you, as much as we want you to tap into the premium.
Yeah.
You guys, we're trying our best here to do the free stuff anyways, because we appreciate the people the few of you guys who do watch the videos, and we're trying to build something out of this. So with that being said, guys, we hope you enjoyed it. Leave in the comments if you have any sort of different opinions. Stay safe until Saturday, and good luck.
Yes, sir. GC MMA, we out.